What should you do? What are your options when you don't want to contribute to your 401k anymore? Great question from a friend of mine. We're going to break down that and more coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. All right, so very close friend of mine reached out to me and said, real question, okay, and sent me a text that said, what options do I have? Where can I save up into an account and defer some of my income that's not my 401k? Interesting question. Okay, interesting question. Done some similar videos on that, but because it's a friend of mine, I could kind of rebuttal and ask clarifying questions. I'm going to answer that one, but there's a bigger question. That's not really his question. I said, okay, well, and I shared a couple ideas and said, what are you thinking? He said, I don't want to invest in my 401k any longer. I'm concerned about the markets in the short term, and every investment I make in my 401k goes directly in the stock market. I don't want to invest in my 401k right now. That's the real question. That's the real question. You feel that way? This is something, and this is now my fourth bear market as a financial planner, and I'm not counting the ones that were close but not really there. And it's inevitable. People look, and you feel this, and I feel it too. I just contributed $1,000 to my account, and I get my next statement, and my account's down $5,000. So I just lost that money. In reality, that $1,000 have purchased shares. Those shares, so you now have more shares. Those shares are temporarily worth less. They've gone down in value, and you'll have to be patient and let them rebound in price. But I get this question. I understand it. Here's my response. First, let's answer the first question. Take it at surface value. If you don't want to invest in your 401k and you still want to defer some of your income, what are your options? Well, the first choice is you can fund a traditional IRA. Okay, you can contribute directly to a pre-tax. They call it a traditional IRA. Why is that one first? Because that's the one that will allow you to defer your income. It becomes a tax deduction on the front page of your tax return. Only if, though, your income is below certain thresholds. If you have a 401k plan at work or retirement plan available to you at work, you have to have your income below certain levels in order to contribute to an IRA pre-tax, all right? Same thing applies to your spouse. If your spouse doesn't work or doesn't have a 401k, your income can be a little bit higher for your spouse to contribute to a pre-tax IRA, but you've got to be aware of those income limits. Otherwise, you're going to make that contribution to your IRA and not be able to deduct it. The other option then, if your income's too high or you say, well, okay, yeah, that doesn't really apply to me, what else do you got? Then consider the Roth IRA. Now, the Roth IRA is not going to be a tax deduction today, so it's not going to defer your income today. That's a disadvantage of it. However, it's going to grow tax-free and for your future. That's wonderful. You got to be aware, though, there's also income limits on that. Whether you have a 401k available to you at work or not, your income can't be below or it can't be above certain thresholds and still contribute to the Roth IRA, so you need to be aware of that. So if you're purely looking, and then just answering the first question, hey, I don't want to contribute to my 401k anymore. What other options do I have? You got IRA, you got Roth IRA if you're trying to do any tax sheltering at all. You've got lots of other choices if you want to give up some tax sheltering. It's very easy, very flexible. But wanting to have still some tax strategy, those are your options. Now, taking it at its surface, I would tell you if you're getting a match in your 401k, at least do enough to get the full match. And then if you're done with that thing and you don't want to contribute, then consider the pre-tax IRA, consider the Roth IRA. But that's not the question. And that's not the question you have either. It's his real question. And the real question is, I don't want to invest right now. I don't like the market. I don't trust the market right now. And every time I contribute to my 401k, that money is going into the market. And I don't want to do that right now. What are my other options? And that's an investment decision. Contributing to the 401k, and whether you do that pre-tax or Roth, that's a tax planning decision. Whether or not you like the market, whether or not you think the outlook on the market is great or you think it's terrible or whatever, okay? It's a tax planning decision and a cash flow decision, by the way, right? But contributing to the 401k, You don't have to invest those dollars. Inside your 401k, you're going to have multiple investment choices, okay? Now, there's some 401ks where you don't have a lot of choice. You've got a committee that makes those investment choices for you. That, and that's rare, all right? Within your 401k, typically, even if you've got a committee that's making investment choices, you can also say, okay, or I can make my own choice. And within your 401k, you're going to have a list of investment options. Some are going to be moving with the market. Most of them will. And those are going to be, index funds or actively managed mutual funds, large, mid, small, U.S. international, those sorts of things, okay? Then you're going to have a group of target date funds that are kind of pre-blend, prefabricated mutual funds that are diversified. I don't love those, not a fan of those for 401ks, depending on your situation. But then you're going to have a list of bond or low risk and maybe even a stable value, a money market or a fixed account, a cash type option. Contributing to your 401k is a tax decision. If you don't like the market, you don't want to take risk, then log into your 401k or work with your payroll HR company, whoever helps you with this, and have those contributions go into that money market, stable value, fixed account, something low risk. You can still do the right thing and help shelter your income and just not have those dollars go into the investments, okay, into the markets. If you don't have great choices, investment choices or low risk choices, any that you like, see if your 401k has a brokerage window, okay? A brokerage option where within your 401k, you can open up a brokerage account directly with, Fidelity or TD Ameritrade, something like that. And within that 401k, you can then invest dollars into this brokerage window, this brokerage account, and have lots of other choices to invest in. And you certainly would have a money market or low risk account that you can invest in within there. Contributing to your 401k is a tax decision, choosing how to invest it, whether you feel comfortable investing right now and what mix you should have, that's a secondary choice. So that's what I shared. And that's what I would tell you. If you are looking for some other place to invest to still get some tax benefits, but you're nervous about the market, that's an investment decision. Still fund that Roth IRA, still fund that 401k, and just choose to hold those dollars in low risk until you feel more comfortable investing. Now, the final thing that I would share with you is if you're right on the cusp of retirement and these contributions that you're making into your 401k are the first dollars that you're going to be spending right when you get into retirement, then they're short-term dollars and maybe you should be contributing those low risk. I was talking to an individual recently, it was last fall, who was planning on retiring this May. And we were talking about, hey, the market is frothy right now. And he said, yeah, I know that, it could get really bad from here. Okay, do you want to reduce risk? No, I don't. Well, listen, I do think this is the last year that you can max out your 401k. So make sure you max out that 401k at the start of 2022 before you retire. And he said, I don't want to do that because I don't trust the market. Well, if that's how you're feeling, at least put the money in from a tax standpoint. And if you don't trust the market, you might be withdrawing these dollars in the short term, then put them in the money market or that low risk account. But if the money that you're putting into your 401k right now is money that you're not going to need for 10, 20, 30 years, see if you can have that perspective, that peace of mind, that long-term view, historical view of the stock market, and say, no, I know emotionally it doesn't feel great to invest right now and see it in the short term go down. But at the same time, have that perspective that I'm buying lower than I once was, and I'm buying now at valuations that are fair valued and possibly even cheap, depending on where earnings go from here. And long term, I should, even if they go lower, even if they decline in the short term, long term, I should have even more upside because I'm buying at lower prices today. To me, I love the idea of your ongoing 401k contributions to continue to be higher risk. Find a way. Can you adjust risk somewhere else? Can you rebalance to lower risk in another account? Can you hedge your investments in another account so that your ongoing contributions that happen each and every paycheck can continue to go in higher risk investments, so that you have those dollars buying more shares when they temporarily decline in value, okay? Work with your certified financial planner on all of that. Hopefully that helps you if you're nervous about continuing to invest during what's been a very rough year in the stock market. Work with your certified financial planner though. There's no judging. They're going to help you wherever you're at, help you make wise decisions that you're comfortable with for your long-term financial plan. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with a K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or send us an email, info@korhorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.